All right, all right. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Burning River Browns Talk. It is Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So that means you're stuck with me for the next 10 minutes to talk about the Cleveland Browns. I am a part of Burning River Browns Talk is a part of the Fanatical Elves Network, which is a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Thank you for joining me. I'm Lou Marconi, at Marconi251 on Instagram. And just to complicate things, at Marconi 1973 on Twitter or X, whichever you like to call. So there's an article that came out about Deshaun Watson because I said a lot of positive things yesterday, and I'm going to call it out. This is an article I'm going to call it. I'm going to go through with y'all, and I'm going to call it out. It's heavy on the Browns, and it's about Deshaun Watson being called out, called out for throwing a football during his team's football practice, like a quarterback should. So it's interesting. But before we go any farther, without any further ado, we're going to pause right now for a word from our sponsors. All right. Thank you. I'm back. All right. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Fanatical Elves, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We have a lot of great people on the Fanatical Elves Network providing a lot of great content for the Cleveland Browns. Thank you again. So let me go ahead and share this article with you, what we're talking about and who wrote this. And I call out negativity when it's unnecessary. Hey, if we start out 0-10 and the team sucks and we can't, and the defense can't stop a fart in the wind and we couldn't score if our life depended on it, yes, be all negative you want because guess what? We suck and we deserve it. But we don't. We're nowhere near that. We arguably have the best defense in the NFL last year, and they're all coming back. Actually, we made some additions to get better, including Jordan Hicks and Quentin Jefferson. And also, we have a healthy, productive Deshaun Watson. We'll do that. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and share this, pop it up, and make sure you guys can see it. Can you see this? This is an article, and I'm going to get right to it right now from Heavy on the Browns, talking about how he's faced criticism. Well, let's go to the very top of the article because I was showing it. I just came off a show, my dog's podcast with my friend Thorell, and he friend and colleague, and he, I talked to him about this article and I was showing it to him. We didn't really go into it on his show. We went over other things. This is Browns QB Deshaun Watson gets called out after OTA debut. He got called out. Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? These are voluntary organized team activities. J.R. DeGroot, is that how you say his name? He's the author of the article, updated as a 5:15. He said the Cleveland Browns released footage of the Deshaun Watson debuting his surgically repaired shoulder at OTAs, and not everyone was impressed. Yeah, major shoulder surgery, and he's throwing a football, in shorts and helmets because everybody's wearing shorts and helmets. Watson threw with the team on Tuesday, but the session was not open to the media, which Tuesday wasn't. However, the Browns published a clip of Watson completing short passes on social media. QB1 putting in that prep work. One of the posts read, like everybody else does in the NFL with their starting quarterback in their team. It's called hyping your team. It's called selling tickets. Watson had season ending surgery in November. Yes, no shit, Sherlock. He started throwing in mid March and is now throwing at full velocity, per Mary Kay Cabot at cleveland.com. Okay, the first footage of Watson throwing since surgery created some buzz online. This created some buzz. Yeah, you mean the starting quarterback of your team is throwing a football at practice? Oh, geez, that creates a buzz. Stupid. This is fucking stupid. Okay. Joe Osborne of covers.com. I mean, is it Is it betting? Is that what is covers? Covers of what? Book covers? So this is a man who got paid and is now completely mailing it in. His days of being a top 10 QB are long gone. All because he was in shorts and a helmet, organized team activities, organized team activities after surgery, okay? And he's throwing in practice a football to receivers on the team. That's mailing it in. If he wasn't there during the voluntary ones, like how Miles Garrett and Joe Platoni aren't there, he's doing it's voluntary, then I could say you might be able to say something there. You might have an argument. But he's practicing with his team. He's learning a new offense with Ken Dorsey. So they're implementing an offense to showcase his talents. So that's mailing it in. And his days of being a top 10 QB are long gone because he was throwing a football in practice for his football team. Yeah. Another person wrote, well, yeah, I'd hope an NFL QB can make perfect throws with no defense. No OTAs have defense. They're throwing. Well, the good. He's making perfect throws under perfect conditions. Good for him. Others, including his girlfriend, Jilly Anais, I hope I said her name correctly, Anais, had a more optimistic take on Watson's play. Let's work that. Let the work talk for itself. QB1, we see you, she commented. Watson is not scheduled to throw on Wednesday's practice, which was today. Yeah, because it's a part of his rehab, which will be open to the media. But for the Browns, it's good news that he's involved, even on a limited basis. For fuck's sakes. I mean, seriously, people. Seriously, he's faced criticism. Of course, he's faced criticism. He's a starting QB in the NFL. They all do. It's nothing new for Watson to have skeptics. He had a tough run in Cleveland since arriving 22 via blockbuster trade. The Browns gave up a trio of first round picks. Yes, they did. They're paying him 230 million guaranteed money. Yeah, Jared Goff gets paid more than him now, so keep itching. So far, Watson has played in 12 games with mixed results. Okay. He's passed for 2,270 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Yeah, not great numbers. No, they're not outstanding. No, especially the last 6 games of 2022. Very rusty, very much a mulligan. So he was just trying to get the rust off. Former NFL receiver James Jones recently called out Watson, doubting he can look like a Pro Bowl passer once he he was once with the Houston Texans. If we're truly keeping it 100, okay, Deshaun Watson has been one of the worst quarterbacks in our league. Did he watch Kenny Pickett play? Jeez. God. And I could say that because we have seen how special he could be. Since he's got to the Cleveland Browns, there has been a lot of "what are you doing" plays. We could say eventually the Houston dude will come out and come back, but maybe Houston dude is gone. All right, he only watched the nationally televised game, the Monday nighter. That's probably what he did. He didn't see the Houston game, he didn't see the Arizona game, and he certainly didn't see the second half in Baltimore. He also probably didn't see the Cincinnati game because the Cincinnati game, Deshaun Watson played fairly well. He played better than you think. Yeah, he did throw 2 interceptions, but he also he scored a 2 point conversion, 2 touchdowns. So shut the fuck up. All right. People give me a headache. This guy, Deshaun Watson, with a fractured shoulder and a high ankle sprain, went 14 for 14 against one of the better defenses in the NFL on their home field. Came back and brought his team back from 14 points down in the fourth quarter to beat them 33-31. And I got to read this crap. Browns are confident in Deshaun Watson. Yes, they are. He wouldn't be out there if they weren't. This team and this roster is built to win a Super Bowl. I am not kidding, and I'm not speaking in hyperbole. I mean that. All right. The external noise surrounding up Watson is plentiful. Yeah, I wonder who brings that shit up. However, the Browns are internally feel good about the upcoming season and Watson's potential. Andrew Berry said on Pat McAfee's show, "We feel very good about the transition. He's a good spot mentally and physically." Yeah, Andrew Berry's talking him up. That was May 3rd. He's been rehabbing the shoulder injury, and he is well on his way there and in a really good spot, really strong spot. I think there's a lot more comfortable with it. He's a lot more comfortable within the organization. All right. They have the deepest wide receivers. He's talking about the pieces that are around him, including Elijah Moore and Jerry Judy. Yep. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to come back. Ooh, I got comments. Ooh, I got comments. Wow, I got some comments here. Bestie, let me see. Look at this. My dog's podcast, Bestie, plus the second year in the system, they're going to be even better. And it's this Ken Adams. What the hell were they expecting? Exactly. And it said, who wasn't impressed? Non Browns fans, I was just hating, get clicks, pretty much. And another one, Ken Adams, don't understand the Deshaun hate. Yeah, I do. I do, because Cleveland gets hate. I do. And then what was the last one? Watson beat the Ravens. Yeah, Watson beat the Ravens. That second half in Baltimore, it was like you finally saw he arrived. He led that team, and he did it on a broken shoulder and a high ankle sprain. Let's see what happens. Bring him back, get him healthy, get him playing, get him in this system, get the system to get him to perform his best. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, thank you, My Dog's Podcast, for having me on, Thoreau. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Please, thank you for the comments. Thank you for all the love and everything else. Guys, I am going to be back here tomorrow night at the same time, same channel, right here on the Burning River Browns Talk. Burning River Browns Talk with the Fanatical Elves Network, which is a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Like, comment, share, hit the notification bell. We have a lot of great people on the Fanatical Elves providing a lot of great Browns content. My guy, My Dog's Podcast is Thorell. Check out his podcast as well. And oh yeah, great show. Ken Adams, thank you. Thank you, Ken. Hey, be sure to follow me at El Marconi 1973 on Twitter X. My shows will come on my feed, my Twitter feed every time. You follow me, you're gonna see it. So thank you so much, all of you guys. Much appreciated. And always, I end my show with the same catchphrase that Megan Donovan loved. Don't ever forget and always remember, when the river burns, it burns brown and orange. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.